Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Tracy's Craft House. Should be called Tracy's Mad House really, because we're all mad here. But anyway, this is Flosstube number 18 today. And this week has been really quiet, to be fair. Homework's slowed down a little bit for early, which has meant I can sort of breathe for a little bit, because that's usually taken up all my morning and part of my afternoon. And separating, it sounds really bad, but not separating, but kind of letting Riley go on the Xbox and Ellie do her own work and then switch. It's kind of helped, because we could be spending 2 hours sometimes just trying to get through one piece of homework because they just keep nitpicking at each other and laughing. And so yeah, this week's been pretty quiet. I had started the cardigan. I didn't want that anyway. I showed you last week. That was the back. I got around to doing the back since last week. And then I was one sleeve and I was halfway through the other one. It's over there when I got a phone call from my son saying, "Mom, it's a boy." So that's kind of gone out the window now. I'm sure Kelly says she's got a friend who doesn't know what she's having yet. I'll leave that on the floor. Who doesn't know what she's having yet, so Kelly can have it just in case. No point in going to waste this. It's nearly finished. All I've got to do is like this much sleeve to finish it, and then the borders and sew it all together. That's it. And put the buttons on, obviously. But that's easy. That's nothing to me. Border and buttons. I'm used to doing them. Anyway, stitching wise and craft wise and whatever else, I have the usual ones. No, and it wants to play me up again today. Okay. Nope. I didn't even press that one. Come on. Thank you. You can tell it's Friday, nothing wants to work. Anyway, this is my usual Once Upon a Fairy Tale, artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And you guys all know I started, yeah, because it's back to front, I started in this corner. So we'll get a bit of a close-up on that corner. Sort of, yeah. And I'm really excited. I put it down last night because it stays on my frame permanently unless I do a Flosstube. And I said it before, when you're up in the picture and you're cross stitching, you don't notice the little details of things coming out, and you know what I mean. You just, there's little details, and then you kind of take a step back and go, oh my gosh, I can see what that is now. And that happened last night. So this is worked on 25 count easy grid even weave fabric. And I've actually done 1,075 stitches this week, which is a bit more than last week. Let me bring it just a little bit closer on my chair. Now I'm looking at it backwards, so I've got to find it. My needle's in the way. Right there. I'm not sure you guys are going to see it, but there's an owl sitting right there on the tree. But it was only when I kind of backed it up a little bit that I could see it. You can, hold on, this is going to be awkward. You can, that's its face, that little line there, that V, that's its, that bit there. And then I've been filling in the trees, as you can see, because they're actually starting to really stand out now. And then here, keep catching my hair, here, this is a little archway, and I never even noticed that's what it was because I hadn't looked at the picture. And this is a little princess walking up the stairs under this archway right here. So I've been doing a lot of browns this last week, so all this I think this is a tree here too. But then you've got this one, and that one's really nearly finished and all its branches. So I'm well chuffed this week because it's starting to take shape now. You can actually see the details in it. I love it. I can't wait to finish these few pages now. I think there's only a couple more stitches left. Let me check. Yeah, I've just got a couple of stitches left down here, and then this section right here is all done. That has been done. It looks like an empty stitch, but it's not. So yeah, that's that one. And I struggled last week. I don't know if I just got wonky fingers or what. I couldn't get it to go back on the frame straight. Just it was a nightmare. Anyway, second thing I've been working on, oh, it went first time that time, is another Heaven and Earth design, and this is by Hannah Lynn, or Hannah Disney as she is now, I think, and she's called Felicia. Whoops, nearly dropped that. I have only done, I know it's a bit measly, 305 stitches, but I kind of stuck it in this front. I didn't leave much of a border. I think I was just scared of not having enough, putting it too far in and then not having enough down here when I came to the end. But for 305, I actually finished in the little bit down here in green, and then I just went all the way across. I just kept going cross country without 10 by 10 grids. Trust me, I counted and I counted again just to make sure. I'd look at the chart, count it, go back, count it, the grids and stuff. And I did that 3 times just to make sure, because I really didn't want to make a mistake. But yeah, that one, that's stitched on 25 count fabric as well. I think that's DMC fabric, that one. And it's 1/1 full cross, so is the fairy tale. And back to this. Now the third thing, I actually did get quite a bit of work done on that one as well, so that is the Linen and Threads, God, that light's bright in my face. The Linen and Threads mystery sampler stitch along called Friends and Family. I'm on part 4. So I hate it when it turns. So April's is this big dark red thing here, and the light shaded ones are the ones I've already done. So that's actually quite big considering. I've kept it in the frame this time, but here's where we are. I think last time you guys saw it, I was just across here. I'd actually gone back and done all this again, if you remember me saying, because I messed up. So yeah, just above there, so I did both these handles, I want to say, like this is a vase and I assume these are like the handles or something, and then I just, because it spreads quite wide here, so I just, rather than make one long line and come back again with all the spaces, I just started here and I'm going to kind of work up here, and then I'll start a new thread and go around this side. But yeah, it's looking lovely. Really, really nice. I like it. And if you remember me saying, when I first saw this, I didn't think I was a sampler person. They just didn't, not that it didn't interest me, they just didn't seem like my kind of thing. But stitching this, I've actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So if anyone's got like, you know, apprehensions about doing a sampler because they don't think they're their kind of, I've enjoyed this so much. This one is 20 count, another DMC fabric, I think. I'm certain there was one 20 count and I think that's it. Apart from that, you've seen the cardigan, which is now being repurposed, shall we say. Then I've also, if you haven't watched my Whip and Chat on Wednesday, that's fine, not everyone likes them. I don't mind, you know, that's, everyone has their own thing they like. If you don't like that, that's fine. But I have a Heaven and Earth Design diamond painting. And it's by Melissa Dawn. I'm going to check now. I've doubted myself. Have you ever gone onto an app on your phone or your tablet and you've gone into something? No. And then you've realised when you were in there, there's like other things in there that you'd forgotten about, maybe photos or... Yeah, I did that yesterday. Oh my goodness, me and Ellie sat there for ages. She was like, who's that? That's you, Ellie. When you were little. She's a little baby. Little. Turn it that way? No, we'll keep it that way. This one's an opposite. It's longer. But it's by Melissa Dawn. And anyone who knows me knows I've got 2 black cats. So this one was just ideal, lovely. And like I said, it's a Heaven and Earth Design. And I did it all, kitted it all up myself. I don't know if you're going to, let me come back. There you go. I'm just on the cat. I have done another, behave, another 10 by 10 row across here, all the way to the end of the black cat. And then just because I didn't want to go all the way down one side to come and do the other half, I've started this and I will catch this up with that. Because I did a whip and chat on Wednesday, and when I stopped the video at the end, it deleted it all. It was like 58 minutes or something, and it deleted it all and says, you're running out of storage. Was I miffed? I totally was. So I had to sit, because I did that 10 by 10 square in that hour, and I did that one in the second one. Yeah, wasn't impressed. That's not the first time it's done it to me, but frustrating when it happens. Really, really frustrating. Yeah, so the cardigan. Now that it's a boy, that's out the window. I don't want it to glare. This one, I bought this on eBay a while ago. The pattern's called Thomas, which is really fitting because that was my granddad's name and it's Riley's middle name. So I'm not going to do the trousers. I'm just going to do the jacket and the hat probably. But when I bought it, it was lovely. She laminated it and everything. So I can put whiteboard pen on there and it'll just wipe off. Okay, that is it. I haven't done anything else this week, I don't think so. We've received Ellie's school pack for secondary school. She was a little bit, and she is apprehensive about going because she's missing out on her, not induction days, what are they called? Transition days. They normally take, no, she'll normally have 2 days off from there and she'll go to the secondary school place just for 2 days, just to kind of get to know the place before she goes. Well, because they're all off school, all the schools are shut, she's not going to get to have that, so it's just going to be a jump in the deep end in September. So she is very, very nervous about that. And then my brother and his fiance were due to get married next week. And because of all this, it had to be cancelled. That's now been rescheduled for August at some point. I can't remember the date. But fingers crossed, if, you know, if things don't improve, that won't be happening either. So it's all chaos, isn't it? And then it's my other half's birthday today. He hates birthdays. Absolutely hates birthdays. It's just another day, he says. Yeah. And we're all stuck in anyway, so it's not like we can go and do anything to celebrate. Oh well. Okay. That's it. I'm done. No, I don't have anything else. I hate it because I sit here and I think I'm sure I'm missing something. I just do. But I don't think so. I'm absolutely certain. I know what I haven't done. I've got a photo on my phone of my blanket. I never showed you it when I finished it. It's on. I took a photo of it on my bed. And I've just set this to upload straight to YouTube. I should have sent the picture to my tablet and then I could have shown you. I'll show you next week, but it looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. It looks lovely on my bed and it's so warm. It's a bit too warm some nights. You have to kick it off, but it came out really nice and it looks good. Right guys, that is it now. I'm done. Everything's been covered. Give it a thumbs up. Comments, questions. One thing I do need to say, for some reason YouTube is not sending me emails about comments. All comments, not all of them. I'll get the odd email to say one comment's been left, but it never emails me about the rest of them, so I'm struggling a bit with comments. I'm having to go back into my videos to find half of them and it's really silly. So if I haven't replied, I'm not being ignorant. I promise I'm not being ignorant. I'm not that kind of person. You guys should know me by now. I will always leave a response or a heart emoji, you know. So I'm going to try and get that sorted. If I have to message YouTube, I have to message YouTube. Shouldn't be happening anyway. But leave any comments or any questions. I will go back into the video and check tomorrow, maybe Sunday, and I will let you know I've seen it at least. I hope you guys are all still staying safe and well. I hope you're finding things to entertain yourself. I know I am. Continue to stay safe. Get crafty. I have loads to do and I love it. I'll see you next Wednesday for a whip and chat. If not, it'll be next Friday for another Flosstube. So I'll see you next week, guys. And I've got a review to do for the paint by numbers. Okay. See you next week, guys. Bye.